when you're on a day like that, you're approaching career highs, are you aware of your own numbers during the course of the game?
Honestly, I don't even think about it. I try to go out there and just play the best I can so that I can give the team the best chance to win. So, numbers-wise, I know that, of course, you're aware that you're catching a lot of passes, but you don't sit there and count, oh, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, oh, that was 10 yards, that was 15 yards. You're just not aware of it. You got other things to worry about through the course of the game. So I had no idea, what numbers I had gotten or I had reached until, the very end, after I had got dressed after the game, after the shower, got dressed. It was great to get on the bus. I had got a sheet from Mr. Brad, and that's when I wanted to find out about it. So I'm not aware of it during the game.
Coach Craddock was talking about how you've tried to become a little bit more of a leader. How big of an emphasis was that for you coming into the season and in the offseason?
It was a really big thing for me. They challenged me. The coaching staff challenged me to become more of a leader, seeing that I'm not a young guy anymore. My second year in the system, I'll be a junior in the class, but I'll be a redshirt sophomore on the field. So technically, I am an older guy. I have 2 years under my belt, 2 years and going on 3 years under my belt here at SMU. So I am, a lot of young guys who look up to me as a somewhat of a vet of the team. So to take on that leader role is a really big thing. A lot of young guys look up to me as a guy that, when they need a spark in practice, they know they can look at me and say, okay, well, Courtland's grinding, so I can grind. And, I'm more of a go out and do it type of leader. I'm not gonna sit there and rah-rah yell and try to be a real vocal leader, but I'm gonna show you that I come to work every day, and that, if I can come to work every day, you can come to work every day, and we're gonna grind together, and we're gonna make the team the best we can by giving it our all every single day.
How much of your performance, either individually or as an offense, was impacted by not the loss to Memphis, but the way the loss went against Memphis? How much did that carry over to the following week?
I think that our preparation was very key. Coach Morris sat us down Sunday, and we had the truth talk, and it got real. And a lot of people's feelings probably got hurt, but it was something that we needed. For us to put something like that on the field is unacceptable. That should never happen. So Coach Morris coming out on Sunday and really laying it down to us, and just letting us know, not sugarcoating it at all, just letting us know, keeping it real with us, and we had to respond, and that was his big thing for us to respond and have that mental and physical toughness and come out to practice Tuesday and Wednesday and dominate every day. We couldn't slack off like we did the Memphis week. Memphis week we had a practice Tuesday, and then we kind of had to cut one short on Wednesday because of other things going on. But we feel like we didn't prepare as well as we should have the Memphis week. So coming into the ECU week, we knew that we had to prepare to our standard, which is best. And we knew that if we didn't prepare to that, then the outcome wouldn't have been as good as it was on Saturday. So we came into it this week, ready to prepare our best and to do everything we possibly could so that we can be successful. So I think that the events of the Memphis week led to our R, which is our response, the ECU week, and we're just making sure that our response is always better than our event. Whatever event it is, we just make sure our response is bigger than it so that we can be successful in everything we do.
How do you keep that momentum going?
It's just preparing daily with a purpose and making sure that we don't take steps back. Coach was saying that a lot of people were saying that we had a setback against Memphis, but it was all it was a step back, and just making sure that we don't take those steps back. Make sure that we like I said, prepare daily with a purpose. Prepare as to our standard, which is best every single day, and not taking any days off. Not having that sense of entitlement as we've arrived. Coach always makes sure he's honest about not listening to the outside noise and not getting complacent with, oh, we've won 2 in a row, or we've won this amount of games. It's better than last year. Make sure that we don't get complacent upon the minor success that we've had, and make sure we stay focused to the process so that we can achieve our end goal, which is wherever that winds up being, just make sure we stick to our process and stick to our culture and our standards so that we can be successful every single day.
The fact that you're actually going for a bowl game, after 2 wins last year, how much pride does that give you?
It's amazing just to know that that's in sight, but we know that if we don't take care of these next 2 games, or at least one of them, that that bowl contention is out the window. So we're focused on making sure that we take care of South Florida first and knock that out the way in order to be able to talk about a bowl game. If we don't beat South Florida or we don't beat Navy, then there is no bowl. So we have to make sure that we take care of what's in front of us first. The 30-foot, like Coach said, our flashlight can only shine 30 foot. And if we don't take care of the task ahead of us and try to look at the overall picture, then we're going to be hurt. And we're going to be off season being hurt, saying we were that close to achieving a goal that we have set for ourselves. So we have to make sure we keep our goals keep our goals in sight for what we already what we want. The 30 foot ahead of us, and take care of the task ahead. So South Florida is our opponent right now. That's our 30 foot, and we just make sure we stay focused on that.
Coach Morris described a conversation he had with Coach Craddock about Ben Hicks and said he looked different in practice leading up to the East Carolina game than he did the week before. What are the biggest differences you see in Ben, either from the week before or even since he took over as the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year?
His confidence. I mean, everyone knows that you can't play if you don't have a confidence in yourself. Then you can't compete at any level. So I think his confidence has grown each week. Each week his confidence is getting stronger. Him having faith in the offensive line that they're going to block for him. Him having faith that whenever he throws the ball to any of our receivers, that we're going to catch it and we're going to make plays. For him to have that confidence and belief and faith that we're gonna take care of our part so that we can take the load off of him, so that he doesn't have to feel like he has to do it all himself. I think his confidence is just the biggest thing. He comes to practice every day ready to work, and he knows that if he comes to work, then everyone around him is gonna feed off his energy, and we're gonna come to work right along with him. So I think that it might have. I don't want to say that it wavered the Memphis week, but the energy wasn't what it's supposed to be the Memphis week. We didn't practice to our standard. We didn't prepare to our standard. That's why things had to change the next week leading up to ECU, so that our preparation could be to our standard, so that we could be successful. And Ben made sure that we practice to our standard. He doesn't let us slack. And if he sees people walking around with low energy, he's going to make sure he addresses it. And that's something that you see out of a veteran or a senior quarterback. And he's showing it as a redshirt freshman. So that's really good to see out of him.
You go up against Jordan Wyatt or Horace Richardson in practice every week. What have you seen those guys do better this year compared to last year, or just overall in the course of the season?
I remember answering a question similar to that in fall camp, and my answer is still the same. When you get to compete against the best in practice, it's only going to make you better. So for our receiver corps to get to go against one of the best defensive back corps in the nation, it's only making us better. And for the DBs to get to go against one of the best receiver corps in the nation, that's only making them better. And we've seen the results. Our receivers are putting up big numbers. Our DBs are putting up really big numbers. So in order for us to, be successful, we have to make sure that we're competing against each other every day in practice and pushing each other every single day, so that we can all be successful as a team and not just, one or two people being successful. We push each other every single day during one-on-ones, during 7-on-7. Anytime we get to go against the defense, the receivers will make sure we push the DBs, and the DBs make sure they push us. And you can see the change. You can see the result. The results are right there. Like, anyone can look them up and see the results. And it all stems back to how we prepare every single day in practice.
Anything else for Courtland? Are you missing basketball practice?
No, I got to focus on South Florida.